Yes, sir. I've returned once again, and I saw the love you guys showed on the Spider-Verse vid, so I said, you know what? Why not combine the mouse and the spot vid together so you guys get to see both videos at one time? And before we dive into this video, make sure to smash the subscribe button because it does help out the channel out a lot, and make sure to grab your popcorn and snacks and sit back and relax. So the scene starts off with Miles being surrounded by a swarm of bootleg Spider-Mans. Like, bro, I don't even know how they let half of y'all onto the team. Because is that a robot? Oh, nah. All of them are making me think I got a chance at becoming Spider-Man now. I'ma be pulling up for the next Spider-Man auditions with my suit that I bought straight off of Temu and be like, I got bit by a radioactive spider, knowing dang well I'm a normal civilian. So Miguel is like, becoming Spider-Man is a sacrifice. It's your job. And Miles was not trying to hear all that nonsense. All he wants to do is save his dad. Like, he do not got time for all this. Miles starts looking all around him and he's like, whoa, 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 what do you guys want from me? But little did he know was that the entire Spider Society was about to jump this man. They were after him like he was John Wick and he had a bounty on his head. And then Miles is like, you can't ask me not to save my father. And Miguel was just standing there like,
did this kid just say he has a dad?
So Miguel traps my boy Miles in a cage like he's an angry dog that needs to be put on a leash. Like, dog, tell me why they got my boy locked up like this. There's no way he's that dangerous. He's literally a 16-year-old kid that wants to go back home to his family. My boy Miles has a history test the next morning. You already know when the teacher asked him why he was late to school today, he's gonna be like,
nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
What do you mean you're gonna do your own thing?
So Hobie, being the only one that got respect for my guy Miles and actually has living brain cells, tells Miles to put his hands against the wall, and then they start sharing their energy like they're in Dragon Ball. And this is where I knew that it was about to go down. So Miles somehow breaks the barrier and sends everyone flying to the ground. And oh nah, how are y'all Spider-Man but you're laid out like this after a small blast? Someone needs to take away some of y'all Spider-Man suits because this is outrageous. So Miles takes the only chance that he has at running away, and then we see Miguel being posed up like he's Usain Bolt. Like, bro, there's no reason for you to be looking like you're about to do the 100-meter sprint. This is not the Olympics. And my boy Miguel was mad angry at this one Spider-Man because Miles Morales was hiding on this dude's back the entire time. Like, dog, I thought you had spidey senses, because tell me why you were not able to sense his presence. And it was on site between Miles and the Spider Society, because they had my guy Miles facing an entire nation of Spider-Mans by himself. He was out here moving swiftly though, cause he was dodging everything that got in his way. And out of every member in the Spider-Verse, you guys want to know who actually stops Miles for once? Yep, it's a literal cat. Like, dog, I'm just sitting here trying to process how Garfield is putting in more work than actual humans. It just doesn't add up. Miles is just trying to find the nearest exit out of this building, but then a literal dinosaur appears out of nowhere. Like, bro, I actually got no words right now. I thought dinosaurs were extinct. Wait, am I even watching the right movie right now? Like, we are not watching Ice Age. This is Spider-Man. Nah, cause look at how garbage these Spider-Mans are. They can't even get a grip on my boy Miles. They couldn't land a single finger on him. And I knew it was wraps for the Spider Society when I saw that Rod Wave was trying to catch Miles Morales. Like, I don't even know how bro fit into the Spider-Man suit. I know he was on the verge of ripping the suit apart. Like, my boy is literally 250 pounds. He needs to cut down on the Big Macs, bro. So Miles Morales continues to run while there's a herd of people that are chasing right after him. But this man is literally Weave Nation certified, cause he dodges the spider web and then hops right onto the horse. And then this cowboy starts talking about on the count of 3. And Miles is like, on the count of 3, what? You already know Miles is not gonna wait that long. He's being targeted by an entire solar system. He's trying to make his way up out of there. So Miles shoots the web straight at his face. And they really had everyone and their mothers after Miles Morales. Like, bro, this is the type of situation I'm in when my friend tells me to revive him. Like, dog, how am I supposed to revive you when there's 1,000 people after me? I'm not getting you, bro. You can die. And then this Spider-Man on a wheelchair proceeds to pull out one of the worst, if not the worst quote I've ever heard someone say.
Do you think spider people too often use comedy as crutch? Get it? Crutch?
I need you to shut the hell up. For the immediate future. So Miles Morales hits a clean slide and then squishes the Spider-Mans right behind him. Like, bro, I'm surprised how they weren't just able to lift that building right up and stop themselves from getting crushed. Hey, I'm just saying, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man could never. He stopped the whole train by himself. These random NPCs are nothing compared to him. So Miles starts weaving around these pillars and then manages to make his way across the bridge. And bro, tell me why all of you guys walked across the bridge as if y'all couldn't have just used your webs to swing to the other side. Like, this is actually getting embarrassing. They really had someone use their truck to cross the bridge. Like, I promise, my pet parakeet has more awareness than you. I know for a fact Miguel saw that and was pissed at them for this abomination of a performance. And Miguel must have been camping in a corner waiting for Miles to suddenly appear, because this man literally jump scares Miles like it's FNAF, and he still fails to grab him. Like, how did you miss him when he was right in front of you? And Miles Morales must have been running in straight circles, because even after all that sprinting, he appears where he literally just started. I know he was standing there pissing his pants, wondering how he was gonna escape with everyone with their eyes on him.
There's no way out of this one. You're done.
And Miles is left with only one option, which is to jump straight out of the window. And I'm not gonna lie, at this point I thought Miguel would be like, you know what, we tried catching him for like 30 minutes straight and we didn't get him. Let's just let him leave. But nah, I was completely wrong. This man Miguel must have had something personal with Miles, because he's still going after him. Like, what did Miles ever do to you? That canon event really turned my guy from a peaceful human into an actual villain. He was straight up tweaking out. So Miguel cuts the web in half, to which Jessica comes in flying from the sky and stomps on Miles. But wait, hold on. Why is Jessica after Miles Morales? I thought they were friends. Like, they really turned their back on Miles. I feel bad for bro. And then Gwen Stacy webs onto Miles Morales, but she should have already knew that Miles listened to that Dr. Umar.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
He was not giving in to any distractions. And suddenly, Ben Riley puts Miles into a headlock, and he actually almost had him for a second. But obviously, he slips away and then makes his way over to Peter. And Peter was actually convincing Miles to not go down this path of running away from Miguel O'Hara. And bro, he had no time on the clock to be having a conversation. So then Miles hops into this tiny hole like he's Mario and makes his way to the city, where he suddenly sees Jessica pull up on a motorcycle right behind him. So Miles activates his spidey senses and says weave, then swings himself towards Jessica and then smashes her into a truck and traps her with webs. I was not familiar with Miles Morales' game. This man is really cooking up like he's Kirby in the kitchen. He's unstoppable right now. And now Miguel finally catches up to Miles, and he low-key had my boy shook. He was not expecting Miguel to be this determined to stop him in his tracks. This man Miguel had nothing to lose. So Miles and Miguel go at it for a while, and then he shoots webs at Miguel and then tries grabbing onto Miles' arm. But then he gets sent downwards, and luckily he gets saved by a vehicle. And Miles tries to maneuver around with his webs, but he's just out here slipping and falling like it's his first day of becoming Spider-Man. And it literally buys Miguel a lot of time to make his way up to Miles. And oh nah, this man Miguel is on bad timing. He was out here scrapping the train with his bare hands. I know his fingers look like this right now. Like, look at how Miguel is climbing up to Miles right now. This looks something straight out of a horror movie. If I was Miles right now, I would be screaming at the top of my lungs. And this part actually gave me chills, because literally out of nowhere, he channels his inner self and starts locking in like he's Aang and is about to enter the Avatar state.
My name is Miles Morales.
My boy Miles said that sentence in the most light-skinned way possible. It sounded like he just got a haircut and came straight out of the barbershop.
Got him. UAV online, y'all.
So Miles does a ballerina spin, jumps off the ground, and then charges up the most vile kick I've done ever seen. Like bro, look at this frame right here. His leg went all the way back to his elbow. Miles was really trying to end Miguel's entire career. Then Miles kicks him in the face, and you already know under Miguel's mask he was in complete pain. At this point, he was ready to crash out on Miles. So Miguel swings Miles downwards and then lands right on top of him, talking about, "You're an anomaly." Like, it's not that deep. Chill out. He really had my boy Miles fighting for his life. He was just sitting there like,
What more do you want from me?
Miles tries getting away, but Miguel is like, nope, and slams him against a car. And Miles was tired of being called these specific words that he clearly did not like, so he smacks him in the face 3 times, making Miguel feel mad dizzy. Miguel runs right at Miles and grabs him like a basketball as if he's about to throw down the craziest dunk like he's LeBron James. So Miguel proceeds to body slam Miles and he's like, "You're a mistake, Miles Morales. You should have never been born." Hey, I don't know what got into Miguel, but you can clearly tell that he's a mentally deranged person that's lost his sanity. And Miles was tired of Miguel's yap session, so he decides to do the unexpected, which none of us thought was gonna happen, which is to send Miguel straight to the grave. So right before Miles takes Miguel out of existence like he's Thanos, he pulls out the hardest quote in history. "Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'ma do my own thing." I guess you could say that Miles Morales is just built different. And before we resume with the next video, if you guys don't mind hitting that subscribe button, because I peeped that some of you guys still haven't subscribed. So the scene starts off with this weird creature also known as the Spot, which is eyeing down the deli shop that he's about to rob for him to get some quick cash. And bro, when I tell you he's about to pull off one of the worst robberies of all time, I mean it. I knew something was off about the Spot when he walked into the store. Because bro, what is that zesty walk? He's out here moving like an NPC straight off of GTA 5. He got the same walking animation as Drake. Like, who actually walks like that, bro? So the Spot is like, "Do you guys have an ATM in here?" And oh, nah, is that Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Nah, I'm just playing. Hey, yo fam, we got an ATM in the back. The Spot walks over to the ATM machine and makes a small hole using his own body. And I'm just thinking to myself, there's actually no way he can fumble this robbery. Like, this should be light work, no reaction, right? But turns out I was completely mistaken. This man is possibly the worst villain I've ever seen in my life, because he literally starts grabbing everything except the money that's inside of the ATM. And the worst part is, this man has absolutely zero drip. We need my guy William Dripfo to get him right and put him onto some new outfit. The Spot tries grabbing the cash out of the ATM, and it just gets worse from here, bro, because he literally starts making portals outside of the store. And I'm just wondering how this man don't know how his own abilities work. Like, I'm actually starting to lose brain cells. I'm gonna be looking like Patrick by the end of this video. So big Jamaican dude in the back obviously sees what's going on in his store right now, and you can tell he's mad confused as to why there's a random person robbing his deli. If that was me, I would have immediately pulled out the Glock 19 and got to blasting him. "Hey fam, what is you doing in the back in the store? You want me to call the police?" Bro is out here jumping on top of the ATM machine, trying his very best to get it through the portal. And he even told them that he forgot his PIN number. Like, bro, who are you trying to fool right now? Anyone with 5 brain cells knows that you're committing a crime and you suck at doing it. The Spot really decided that the best option was to rob a small ATM machine when he literally could have just went to a bank and robbed the entire place. But knowing the Spot, he probably would have failed a bank robbery as well. So Unk is just trying to play whack-a-mole with the Spot. Meanwhile, Miles Morales is just out here heating up a Jamaican patty in the microwave. Like, bro, he's really not worried about the Spot. Cause getting ready to eat while your #1 op is right in front of you is crazy. Like, he's not taking him seriously. Bro, look at how clumsy the Spot is. He can't even walk properly on his feet. Like, what kind of villain is this? I guarantee you, if you ask every Spider-Man fan who their favorite villain is, none of them will say the Spot. I can bet my entire house on that. That's how confident I am.
Spare change. Spare change, man.
So Miles Morales confronts the Spot and he's asking the same question as me. Like, what are you? Are you a person? Are you an alien? Like, what exactly is your specimen? And we get by far the worst entrance of a character. Because, what is that thing, bro? He looks like Thor with a beer belly. Why is he built like that? This man is straight up embarrassing. Because even Miles Morales was laughing at this man. He knew that the Spot was a fraud. He's not a real villain. This man's Spot tries acting all edgy like he's a band kid. Cause he starts talking about,
"I'm from your past. 1 year ago."
Hold up.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
like he tried acting so hard that he's evil. But we know deep down inside, the Spot is as innocent as Nick A30. He's not really about that life. This man is from the suburbs. So Miles Morales gets a message from his dad telling him that he needs to meet him ASAP. And you know Miles was not taking any chances. If he's even 30 seconds late, he's gonna get the African belt special and get that whooping of his lifetime. And then Miles sends the Spot right through the portal, and we get this little backstory about him, talking about how he got bit by a radioactive spider, blah blah blah. We do not care. So the fight starts off with Miles Morales literally texting his dad while the Spot is trying to run the 1v1 with him. But you should already know my boy goes by the quote, "With great power comes great responsibility." And Miles Morales is a part of Weave Nation because he says weave and then weave again. And then he texts his pops for the last time telling him that he'll be there in a minute, knowing dang well it's gonna be more than just a minute. So Miles tries punching the Spot, but somehow his arm goes through his face because we obviously know that he has holes in his body. But surprisingly, Miles was kinda shook right here because he was probably wondering how he's gonna inflict damage on the Spot without actually punching himself in the face. Miles Morales proceeds to toss the Spot onto the ground, and then he decides that it's a good idea to get on his phone again. Like, bro, this man has the same attention span as some of you iPad kids. Why are you not paying attention to the fight? You're just asking for something that happened to you at this point. So the Spot sends Miles Morales through one of his holes, and he was just in there screaming for dear life while he was trying to message his dad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, Miles should have just told his dad that he's Spider-Man so that he doesn't have to deal with all this extra stuff. Miles Morales webs the Spot, but then they enter another portal and we see them in the very back flipping around. Like, this gotta be the most goofiest fight I've ever seen. I don't even know what's going on right now. It looks like I'm watching a circus full of monkeys right now just flopping around. So then they both land into a car wash, to which they both start slipping onto the ground. Like, bro, how are you Spider-Man but you can't even keep your balance properly? It got so bad to the point where this little kid took off his mask and was about to go throw it into the garbage can. He was just sitting there like,
okay, you are not Spider-Man though, brother.
hey, but I'm not gonna lie, this is where Miles Morales grabs the cooking utensils like he's Gordon Ramsay and starts cooking, because he slings himself towards the Spot and makes both of them go through a portal, to which they suddenly appear on a rooftop. So then Miles Morales is like, get over here, and then he literally turns into Goku when he was in Ultra Instinct, because he dodges every one of the Spot's punches with ease and then makes him hit the wall. Like, bro, look at how the Spot is laid out on the ground right now. He was ready to take a whole nap. This man needs to be expelled from the Spider-Verse. Like, he really makes Harry Osborn look like a good villain. So then Miles Morales proceeds to tie up the Spot like it's an episode of Scooby-Doo, and he's ready to investigate this man. And bro, this is actually pure disrespect, because Miles even patted him on the head like he was his pet dog. Now I understand why the Spot went on his villain arc and got a whole new transformation. He was tired of getting sunned by Miles Morales. So Miles finally makes his way to the school where his teacher tells his parents that he's actually getting decent grades, which we all knew was straight cap. You already know Miles slid her a band so that she can keep her mouth shut about all the D's he's getting. Miles Morales sees that the Spot is on the loose again, and he's like, I gotta get out of here. And his mom is like, Miles, you gotta stay here. But Miles is like,
nah, I don't really feel like it.
So Miles makes his way into the apartment and changes his Spider-Man suit and then jumps out of the window only to get hit by an ATM machine. And I know that one broke a bone or two in his body, considering the fact that Miles Morales is built like E.T. He weighs like 90 pounds, bro. So then Miles and the Spot crash into a cop car and he somehow manages to put bro into a headlock. But the thing is, the Spot cannot even control his own powers because they were teleporting into random portals for like 30 seconds straight. Like, am I watching a Marvel movie right now? Cause it's looking a lot like Doctor Strange. Nah, cause imagine seeing all of this on your way to work in the morning and you get into a car crash because of this. Just know that the car insurance is not gonna save you. You're gonna be trying to explain what happened to them like this.
Have you ever had a dream that
So Miles and the Spot finally stop teleporting and end up falling to the ground, but then we see Miles' dad start trash talking to the Spot. Like, I'm telling you, he was straight flaming this man like it was a middle school lunch table.
He's barely a villain of the week.
What'd you call me?
Nah, cause how are you gonna let a rip-off version of Will Smith talk crazy to you like that? So then all of them get teleported onto a construction site, and like any normal person, the workers start hitting the dash because they want nothing to do with this. They all got family to go home to, I don't blame them. And then the Spot genuinely starts tweaking out because he rushes at Miles and tackles him while having a crazy grip onto his chin. Like, dang, chill out, bro. The food is not going anywhere. So Miles and the Spot come tumbling down, and then he starts throwing a bunch of black holes at Miles, but he easily dodges every single one of them and then swings a bunch of metal onto him. And at this point, I knew the Spot was fed up with Miles. And basically, we get an anticlimactic ending with the Spot running towards Miles, only for him to get tripped to the floor and get sent through the ground. I guess you could say that the Spot is plotting something nefarious. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, and if you guys made it to the very end, might as well hit that subscribe button if you want to see me cover more Spider-Man films. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm out of this thing, man.